dolls, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is a type of video that I never would have thought that I would need to record in my life, because I'm not the type of person that complains or likes to make problems or anything like that. I'm more of a go with the flow type of personality, at home, in my life, in my professional environment. I really do not like to give any negative information. I always try to look for the bright side of everything, but I just felt the need to really record this video because I had never felt so bad at any time in my life. So I just needed to record this video so you guys know the truth. I don't know if any other videos are already out there on this, but if not, this is the first one. And before I start about anything, saying anything about my experience at Gen Beauty Los Angeles, I would like to put a disclaimer out there that I really do like ESPANOL and how it's really been trying to help up and coming channels, to really help support them by giving them ideas like subscription to a newsletter that they send you different things, information, and then there's you're able to schedule a talk with Michelle Fun and things like that. And although I have never been able to have the opportunity to use any of these things because I do live in New York, those of you who live in LA that do have access to these things, I'm sure that they're very useful because you can just record and in the studios that they have there, which I did see the day of the event, and it seemed like it was a great space for making that happen. And yeah, so I'm sure that you guys have seen a little bit more benefits from it than I have here on the East Coast. But yeah, so anyway, at least I do get access to the newsletters and things like that, so that's always useful. So I really want to thank you and say that I appreciate that. But I was so looking forward to this event. You should have seen, me and my sister are both ESPANOL, and if you don't know her, she has her channel, it's Makeup Glam Life. I'm not sure if she posted any information on the event that we traveled to together, but if not, I'm leaving her links down below so you can see her channel. So me and my sister were both part of ESPANOL. I'm part of it from my Spanish channel mostly. If you guys don't know what my Spanish channel is, I will leave the link down below around here. I was able to attend Gen Beauty in 2015, and I did leave a blog. I don't know if it was in the other channel pretty much. So if you guys want to take a look at that, and you do remember how I bagged a swag bag from the other event, and I was really content. The service was amazing. There were so many people interested in knowing who I was, what my channel was. I did a lot of networking. There was a lot of activities, from henna tattooing to just picture taking and photo booth, and the food and the hors d'oeuvres were delicious. There was an open bar for everyone. The decorations were on fleek. It was really a great event, and I did meet a lot of YouTubers and a lot of other members of ESPANOL, and also a lot of promoters that were promoting their brands. So I did get to network a lot with a lot of different people. So I envisioned my experience in Los Angeles, which is the hometown of ESPANOL and everything like that, to be something out of this world, out of the stratosphere, that it was going to be something super epic, and that I couldn't miss out. So I discussed it with my sister. I wasn't sure if I could go because I don't know if I had mentioned in the past, but I am a teacher, a preschool teacher. So it was during the week, so obviously if I wanted to go, I had to take a day off from work to go there. And it's a 6-hour flight. There's some costs are related to obviously to go in there. I had to stay in a hotel because I don't know anyone in LA, so obviously I had to stay in a hotel. And you're not gonna stay in just any place. You're gonna want to stay in a nice place because you're obviously I've never been there. I wanted to have a great experience. So my hotel was amazing. I stayed at the hotel, Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, which I definitely recommend. Thumbs up to that, and I'll leave links down below so you can see. And if you're on my Instagram, you could have seen some of the pictures I posted about the area, and it was really nice. So we did travel 6 hours by plane, plus everything that you have to drive and everything like that in an unfamiliar city to get there. So when we arrived at the event, because obviously the Saturday and Sunday events are also really nice, but you're really there, like if you're IPSOS, you're gonna be there for your swag bag on the Friday. And I mean, since I had such a great experience in New York, I thought it was gonna be even better here in LA because this is the hometown, right? Well, I was so wrong. First, the line was ridiculous. We arrived around at 7 o'clock and the doors were closed, supposedly. They said and before we got there, I remember that they had been sending some messages saying that the swag bags were first come first serve, and I think that was like the day before the our trip, you know, like was scheduled to happen. I had to ask for my day off months in advance, so you know, like it's not like I can be like, oh, I'm not gonna come in on Friday. No, I have to ask for a day, for a personal day, which is like not paid, you know, just to come to this event. So, and I did it like a month or two ago, so I had already brought my tickets and my room, you know, like my hotel room stay, whatever. So, you know, like then I received an email saying that the bags are first come first serve, and I'm like, why would they be first come first serve if they're supposed to be one for each YouTuber that is invited, obviously? So if 100% of people say they're going, 100% of people should be getting their swag bags, right? Well, I was wrong on that account as well. So when we get there, the line is all around the block, and it's pretty chilly in LA, so everyone's like shivering. Like we waited like almost an hour online to get in, and it said that, you know, like at 7 o'clock, and then they're like, oh yeah, that there's early registration from 5 to 6. But you know, me and my sister are not from around there, so we get there on time with everyone else, because I'm sure that, you know, if it says the invitation says it's on at 7 o'clock with early registration, if you want to do early registration, that's fine, but the event starts at 7. That's what I would imagine. Was I right? I don't know. But the case is that we finally get to the front of the line, and the girls that are giving us our IPSOS tags, name tags, they're like, oh, we don't have any more of those tickets, that's it, they're gone, whatever. And I was like, what do you mean they're gone? She's like, oh yeah, there are no more tickets for the swag bag, but it's okay because you'll get it tomorrow or on Sunday, whatever, in the main event. So some girls are going, you know, like away, and they're like, oh, okay, well, we're just gonna get it tomorrow because they, you know, like they ran out today, whatever. And then me and my sister were kind of confused because when we went to our event in New York, we already had the ticket inside of our badge. Like everything was already set up. Here, like there was the map and the passports were not even inside of the badges. They were like all over the place. They needed to give it to us so we can put it inside ourselves. There was items missing. People didn't get like a marker to write their name on it. There was like, it was just a mess. And she was like signing people in with her cell phone, like using the light of her cell phone onto, you know, like to see if my name was on the list or not. And you know, like it just looked very disorganized. It looked very shoddy. I didn't understand what was going on. And so when she says that, me and my sister look at each other and we're like, I can't, like we could really literally not believe that we traveled all this way from New York City to LA for this event, like because of our experience in New York. You know, we thought that this was going to be amazing. So they're saying that, you know, they're getting the bag tomorrow. So we kind of are a little bit, you know, doubtful about that, but we go on in. We get like a bracelet saying that we're 18 or over so we can have drinks, and we tried to get in because it was so packed that not even a sardine could move in there. It was like hundreds of people and squeezed into the studio, and it was like just crazy. You couldn't move around, you couldn't hear yourself talk, you couldn't breathe. It was crazy. It was very like inappropriate. The space was not set up for that. And we also noticed that they didn't take the care to decorate like how it was in New York. It was just epic. Like there was lighting, there was, you know, like they had like a light shining on the ceiling saying Gen Beauty. Like it was really nice. It was really well thought out. When we got inside, we also noticed that, you know, like there was people drunk already, and you know, like we were in line for like, maybe I might have exaggerated when I said an hour, but it was like a half hour or maybe 45 minutes. And there was already people kind of drunk and like, you know, being a little bit wild and stuff like that. And usually people don't get drunk that quickly. Like if the doors opened at 7, then people wouldn't be drunk yet, I think. You know, I'm not a person that really usually gets drunk or anything like that, but you don't get drunk in 40 minutes. You don't. Like it's just not possible. But there was already people drunk, and I heard like some people talking, and they're like, oh yeah, we're getting our bags tomorrow because there was no more. They're like, what? There's no more tickets? What's going on? So like we kind of like go inside, and then there was like a couple options for drinks, which was interesting because in the New York one was open bar, so you could just ask for whatever you wanted in here. Like, it wasn't that case. I mean, I guess because it was at a you know, like a restaurant kind of club place in New York, I don't know, but the case was that we ordered some drinks. They were not really good, so we left them. The hors d'oeuvres were okay, and then so we like kind of go around. We made some friends on the line, and we were like, you know, talking to them a little bit, and then we kind of make our way to the front, and then we hear like some people talking about how that was the bags that they were going to be giving out on the Saturday and the Sunday were the ones that, you know, any random person who had wanted to buy their ticket for Generation Beauty were gonna get. So it's not, they were saying that it wasn't even the bag that we're getting, our swag bags, you know, the big one that I showed you guys in a couple months ago, which I'll leave the link down to below. So when we go back to the front, the registration desk, we're asking about it, and they're like, oh no, if you don't have a ticket you can't get it. So we go to the front and we go ask the girl, and she's like, oh, there's nothing we can do, I'm so sorry, you know, we're gonna learn from our experience and blah blah blah. So what she was basically saying was that we were not going to be getting our bags at all, that there was nothing they were going to be able to do about that, and that we were going to be getting some swag on Saturday and Sunday. And so then when my sister asks the girl, she's like, oh, but you know that that's not the same bag, you're going to give us a different bag, the one that everyone else gets, so it's not even a swag bag. And don't tell me that I came here all the way from New York to here for an experience that was not even like halfway decent. And we paying room, we're paying a flight, we're paying food because we have to eat everything, and then we're gonna come to this event and not get our bags, that this is one of the main reasons that we traveled for. That makes no type of sense. So if anyone is hearing this from Ipsy, you definitely need to get it together, because that was so unfair. We spent thousands of dollars on this trip, and it's not because we were trying to like spend all this money or anything like that, but because we were staying at a hotel that we had to pay for. We had to pay for food, we had to pay for transportation to get there, we also had to pay for our flights. And so we're gonna leave empty-handed after this. Like, that doesn't make any type of sense. And so then we're leaving. As we're leaving, one of the two girls that were at the desk were trying to catch us in the car, and they're like, oh no, don't worry, because you will be getting your bags on tomorrow, you can just get them both together, and you don't have to go on Sunday, because we were going to be traveling back on Sunday, because obviously on Monday I have to work. So it's not like, oh, you know, like I'm rich and I can be, you know, not coming to work, and that's not the life I lead. I am a teacher and I do have to be at work on, you know, like on weekly basis, like, honestly. So it was very disappointing, and I felt like, you know, I felt really like shit, and sorry to use that word, but I felt like it was like not fair for all those people. And then, you know, like, they're like, oh no, don't worry, you're gonna get your bag, it's gonna be the other bag, but it's okay, it has the same exact things. And we were like, no, actually it doesn't have the same exact things, because I was at the event in New York and I know what kinds of items that contains, and I compared that to what someone else got in the event the next day, and it was nothing like it, because we had lots of more items in our bags. And the bag that we got in New York was I had to be valued around $2,500 or something like that, and what they gave us was not valued nearly, not even half of that. So it was a complete lie, and they were telling all these other girls that came from far away as well. There was people who came from Miami, there was people who came from Puerto Rico, there was people who came from different states. And how are you going to tell them that, oh no, it's fine, you don't have a ticket, so you're not getting your bag after you've traveled so far? Like, Ipsy needs to see, if 100 people say they're going, 100 people need to get their bags. If 50 people say they're going, 50 people need to get their bags. They said that there was only 400 bags. So if they're invited 700 people, you can't expect for the other 300 not to go home empty-handed. And if someone was gonna go home with nothing, it shouldn't be those people who had to spend extra money to get there, because if you just had to hop on a train and cross the street, it doesn't, like, I'm not gonna say that you didn't deserve your bag as well, because you are part of IPSYOS, but it's a little bit more unfair for those people who had to also have the travel expenses that I had, for instance, and those people, other people who did travel from another place. So it's not fair. So this is why I'm making this video, because it's not fair that, you know, like, you are expecting something, and then later on they're gonna change the rules around and then say, oh well, we can't do anything about it, and thank you but no thank you. Like, you were offering a free year of Ipsy bag, which is never gonna be, like, even if I, you know, like, I added that into the total amount, $120 is not $2,500 worth of product that was gonna be inside of the bag that I was supposed to get, and my sister was supposed to get. So that was like at least $5,000 worth of products, because me and my sister traveled. We paid for an extra luggage because we know that weighs a lot, and we paid for our luggage, an extra luggage, to bring the bag back because we already were anticipating that we were gonna have our bag. And how is it possible that now you're gonna tell me, oh no, well, there's nothing we could do, and I'm gonna throw in a free year of Ipsy for you because there wasn't enough bags? Like, that doesn't justify the fact that you guys were ill prepared for all the people you invited to this event. Because if you knew that you could only invite 400 people, just invite those 400. If I had known that I was gonna travel all this way for 2 bags that, you know, like of stuff that I could just get at Sephora if I wanted them, then I wouldn't have come. Like, I wasn't going to go if I knew that I wasn't gonna get a bag. Let's get real. The real reason that people traveled to this event in LA was to get their bag, their swag bag, not the bag that everyone else gets for paying entrance to the main event. So please make sure that next time that you let everyone know what the real things are and what the real thing is, and not lie to people at the door and say that they're gonna get something they're really not gonna get. And it's not fair to anyone in that case. I felt like I was ripped off. I felt like you didn't do your job, and I felt like it was disorganized, and it's just really poorly coordinated. It was very unprofessional. I felt like I was really not part of something important there, because if they didn't have enough tact and preparation to ensure that everyone had a beautiful experience at this event, people traveling from afar, because they know where we live, because you do give them your information, so they know where you live. They knowing that you're traveling. If you're gonna come, it's because you're traveling. I had to ask for a day off months in advance to ensure that I can make it there. I had to pay for my ticket. I had to pay for all these things, and me and my sister were justifying our trip expenses to the value of the swag bag, which was like the one that we had in New York was $2,500 or more of product. So if like we each spent like about $1,500, like $2,000 on our trip. So if that was, you know, like if that was the value of the bag, then I'm like, okay, it's worth it, because we're gonna travel, but we're still gonna be getting that money back. It's an investment. Versus I came all this way, spent all this money, and I didn't get what I came for. So I'm very disgruntled. I feel very sad. And if anyone is out there who also had this experience, please post your comments below and let me know if Ipsy was able to resolve your issue and what you guys did to resolve it, because I feel very mad. I feel very furious. I feel cheated, and I feel upset that no one was able to figure that out. Because if you saw that there was 300 people on the line, because obviously they were letting people into the event before that, or they were letting them get their bags before that, because how come there was not 400 people on the line when we were there? There was not 400 people. It was not physically possible for there to be 400 people there on the line when all the tickets ran out. So that means that they were already giving out the tickets before 7 o'clock, and they were already giving out the bags before that time as well. So how is it fair to the people who came on time to the event? It's not fair. So if you or someone from Ipsy is watching this video, make sure that you do, because they did make a list on Saturday of those people who did not receive their bags, and they gave us the small little bags that they gave everyone else, even the 12-year-old girl that was in line that likes makeup. And you know, like, obviously we're part of IpsyOS because we are beauty creators, that we spend our time making these videos, editing these videos, and making content for the public, and they saw that there was something about us that would be something that was good, that they wanted to help promote. So if you saw that in us, then how are you treating us the same as any other person? That doesn't make sense. So honestly, just please, like, do something about this, because people were very mad. People were upset. Everyone was really feeling they just felt cheated, and that's no way to start a new company. That's just not a way for people to feel if you're doing this for them. You know, like, you should feel like you're, like I felt the last time. I felt so happy. I felt so blessed that I was part of this. Last time I felt like a star on the top, and this time I just feel like I hit rock bottom. It felt really bad to feel like there's nothing I can do, and so sorry, I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. This isn't the first opportunity for this event to occur. It's already happened, and in a different state, wonderfully. So you should have been able to count how many guests you were having and know exactly how many bags. If your guests confirmed that they were coming, then there would needed to be a bag for them. And if they couldn't pick it up, then you could give it away to somebody else, or you could sell the products, or you could give them away to some other person, or you could mail it to them. But they shouldn't be deprived of their bags. I just feel like at the end of the day, that makes your company look bad, that makes you look unprofessional, and that makes you look disorganized. And you know, Michelle Fan, I adore you. I love all the work you've done. I've been watching your videos since your first videos ever came out on how to do fresh faced makeup, and I followed you ever since, and I was really proud of you and your progress. But this just isn't okay. It's not okay, and you have to find a way to make it okay for people, because this is gonna look bad, and I don't want that for you, because I was so proud of you when I saw you on TV, when I saw that you were opening your store, when you were, you know, I was with you when you opened your makeup line. I bought your makeup, everything. So this shouldn't be something that should be happening right now. So, you know, I just wanted to say these things. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I really didn't mean that. I didn't mean to offend anyone by this, but, you know, like, please get it together. I'm really upset, and this shouldn't have happened. So I just want to end on that note. You know, I hope that if you're a future IPSIOS member, just make sure that you know what you're getting into. Like, you know, if they invite you to an event, like, really investigate everything well before you invest your money and your time on an event that may not live up to your expectations. I want to end on that note, and as usual, I want to give you guys a kiss, a hug, and see you in the next one.